On the deadly collision between a commercial jet and an Army helicopter over Washington, D.C. We are waiting on the National Transportation Safety Board to give an update on their investigation into how this deadly crash happened. For now, we know authorities arrested and charged 2 Reagan Washington National Airport employees for leaking an unauthorized cell phone video of the crash. Meanwhile, cleanup crews started the process of removing debris from the crash out of the Potomac River just yesterday. The initial focus here is on the American Airlines plane, then the Black Hawk. Officials say they had to stop the salvage operation several times after finding more human remains. So far, authorities identified 55 of the 67 victims in both aircraft. And we're starting to get a better idea of who these victims were, including Sarah Best, a former math teacher who went on to earn a law degree.
She made it fun. Nobody wants to sit in the classroom and do math, but Miss Best, she made it the best.
Gone but not forgotten. This is the deadliest crash in the U.S. since November of 2001 when a jet crashed into a New York City neighborhood just after takeoff. 265 people were killed in that crash. CBS News senior transportation correspondent Kris reports.
Recovery efforts in the Potomac River are focused on the front of the airplane to include the flight deck. We know that one piece of fuselage has been taken out of the water this morning. Crews were waiting for high tide to try to then get the front of the airplane out of the water and onto a barge. Eventually, all of those pieces will come ashore and go to a hangar at Washington Reagan's National Airport, where the NTSB will be able to more closely examine the wreckage. They also have an exemplar airplane, a CRJ 700 there, that they can compare against the wreckage. That's helpful in things like looking at the cockpit configuration, switches, positioning, that kind of thing. Ongoing also is this effort to understand the data from the flight recorders on both the airplane and the helicopter. That is a complicated task that will take some time. Also, a team of investigators are building timelines. They're going over the training of all of the pilots, building a 72-hour calendar of their lives as to leading up to this accident, as well as the maintenance history of the 2 aircraft. They have completed their interviews with air traffic controllers, the 5 air traffic controllers that were in the tower when the incident happened. And then we are waiting for an update from the NTSB about some of the things they've been able to glean so far. But, you know, final answers, things like the cause of this accident, that won't come for months. We expect this investigation from the NTSB to last up to a year before a report comes out that will determine the probable causes of this accident. For now, the focus is on getting the airplane wreckage out of the water and continuing to work to identify the remaining victims of this crash. At least 55 have been identified. 67 people lost their lives. Back to you.